Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Nightbringer here, bringing you some Starmade action. Hello. It's been a while. I haven't played Starmade in ages, and as you can see, I'm in the updated version, the newest, latest dev build, and fucking look at that. Procedurally generated background with awesome nebula-looking effects. It looks pretty goddamn good. So, like I said, it's been a while. As you can see, there's new player models and all that stuff, and I'm sure if you've followed Starmade, you know all about that. If you don't, I don't blame you, because honestly, this game, for some reason, lost its popularity. It was really big for a month or two, and then it just died down, and I know people still play it, but it's not what it used to be. As you can see, I'm above a planet. They still have circular planets. They're planning, dodecahedron planets so that they actually have form instead of disc shape. That's pretty cool. So I don't know how many of the EVE viewers have started watching my channel because of those EVE videos, but in Starmade I plan on making, EVE ships. As you can see, there's a few right here. You may recognize them, you may not, but I'm basically going to show you what I've been doing in Starmade for the past 2 weeks or so, and I'm going to continue doing some Starmade stuff, and it's going to be back and forth between this and Minecraft for the most part. It's going to be like a week of Minecraft and then a week of Starmade, I think. I think that's how I'll do it. 2 or 3 Starmade episodes a week, then 2 or 3 Minecraft episodes a week, depending on, what I can accomplish in those 2 games. So, if you're an EVE player from my corp that has just started watching my channel, here you go, some EVE ships in Starmade. This is the MR. These are all built to scale. This is, fully scaled. I did my best with the shapes available to represent what it is, but it's 100% to scale. This is an MR, what is it, shuttle, and that's, Jesus, the fucking controls on this are different from Space Engineers, which I was just playing, so I'm really confused. I'm doing bad things with the keyboard. Also, I have a nice mic, and if you're hearing my keyboard and mouse clicks, I apologize. I tried to make that not happen, so you'll hear everything. I just hope you don't, but you'll probably hear it anyway. Back to the game. There's a Mars shuttle and Minmatar shuttle, and these are to scale. This is how big they actually are. I will go inside. What should I go inside? I'll go inside this one first. I really like the shape and look of the Mars shuttle. It's just, it kind of looks ugly because of the way I had to do the shaping and stuff. So let's see. This is right here. So, for anyone that doesn't know what I plan on doing with this type of builds, how do I get up? There we go. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. We should probably turn this on so I could see what the hell I was going on and hit the gravity. So for anyone that does not know what I'm planning on doing with these ships, basically I can upload these to the web, and you guys can get them for free and put them in your own world. So that's pretty cool. So we have a cockpit in this ship, right? It's a shuttle, which means it's not supposed to be crewed by a large amount of people. It's the bare minimum. There's no bathroom. I forgot to put in a bathroom. There should probably be a bathroom. But these guys can just, shit in a corner. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Here's the capsule. I put the capsule in to the ship. It's, built in. It's, opened up so that you can actually touch the core and get inside the core of the ship. But there you have it. That's the capsule built into the ship. For anyone that doesn't know, ships in EVE are piloted by capsuleers, or at least some of them are, which is the player. So that's a thing. We're going to get back straight into our ship. I'm not going to show you the interior of the other one. I have reviewed these in separate videos, so if you want to, you can go search for those on my channel. They're Minmatar or Mars shuttles or EVE shuttles in Starmade, so you can go check that out. But there you go. I've also made a few drones, and these things are actually pretty big. Those are the size of cars. You people didn't know that. Those drones are fucking huge. This is a Caldari Dragonfly, which is a fighter drone. And this thing is the size of an actual aircraft, which is pretty cool because it's, a fighter drone. Somebody has to pilot it. I made mine a little bit too big. The actual size of the wingspan is 2 or 3 meters shorter than the one I made. That's okay. I'll fix that eventually. So I'm going to go over here and show you what I've actually done in the past few days. And it's pretty impressive stuff, and I hope you EVE players are interested because I know all of you will know the ship that I'm going to show you if you play EVE at all. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's a Naboo starfighter. That's something I made. There's, ooh, I'm upside down. Okay, I have to rotate. There's a Heron. That's not to scale. That is nowhere close to scale. This was like the first ship I made in Starmade. Still have it, and it is nowhere close to scale. But it looks pretty goddamn good. It looks like a heron, so that's pretty cool. I have a few Star Trek ships over here that I imported. We're not going to look at those. I mean, they're pretty cool, but I didn't make them, so I'm not really going to pay attention to them. There's a few more drones. What's up above here? Oh, that's just a random pod thingy. So I'm going to try and make these ships as like close to the Eve variation as possible. I'm going to put the correct number of turret hard points and stuff like that on them. They're all gonna... None of these ships are gonna be ships that fire from the pilot seat. You're gonna have to use turrets on these ships if you want to use them. It kind of sucks, but you can really just strip some of the stuff inside and fill it with, you know, cannons if you want. But I'm not going to be doing ships that you can just blow up through with a... Like, I don't want ships that can blow through a planet. That's dumb. I want ships that have turrets, and, you know, you kind of have to, you know, fight for quite a while, probably, if you want to fly my ships. Because it's hard to kill things with just turrets, unless the turrets are fucking ridiculous. This is the Velator prototype. I'm like, getting the idea for how it's gonna look. I believe this is the rookie ship for the Galente, but I could be wrong. But that's like an outline of it from above, and I'm just getting it mapped out. Down here I also have the Naga prototype started, which right now is nothing. It's literally just the length. I keep hitting spacebar and fucking that up. This is just the length. Oh, let me get out of this. And holy shit, it's like 600 meters long, and it's long. This is how long the Naga is. I believe the Naga is a battleship or a battle cruiser. I could be wrong, but you tell me. I don't really mind because it's not that far off. Obviously down here I have a Badger. Oh shit. See, look, it's still loading parts. That's how long it is. That's crazy. This is a Badger. Badger is like almost 400 meters long. I threw a whole bunch of power and engines on the top when I was building this so that I can move it around. So keep that in mind. But look at this. This is a fucking Badger. I have the cockpit already done. It looks pretty damn cool, but I have to redo it because I'm using a specific texture pack, and some of these things don't really make sense, like these cable things that are running in a box. So there's the bridge of the Badger. And look how fucking big this is. I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna show you just how big this ship is from the inside. The interior is not done yet. I plan on having it being very open. It's a cargo ship, obviously, so it's gonna have to be open. But let me just get out and show you. Look how fucking big this thing is from the inside. Now, this is on the outer hull. I'm sure that it'll be a little bit closer in, you know, it'll be a little bit tighter, just because I'll be adding things to the hull. But look how fucking big it is. It's crazy. When they implement the new health system into Starmade, a lot of this should make a lot more sense. You know, you have to destroy a specific percentage of the ship before it is considered broken, as opposed to just destroying the core, which is a ridiculous flaw in my opinion. But, and for people that, like, explain to me that the idea of a core is, you know, good, because all ships should have a core, no. I don't like the way they implemented it. I would rather have a ship that has a series of systems that intermingle with each other, that when one of them fails, you know, a percentage of the ship's capabilities fail. You know? I would rather have that instead of a single fucking block that you take out that, you know, counts as the health for all of this ship. It's just pointless to have ships that look cool if, you know, none of the hull is actually counting towards its health. That's my fucking opinion. And some people just honestly don't get that. I don't know how. I don't know how you don't understand that. A ship does not rely on a single 3-meter cubed block for its entire, you know, function and purpose and, you know, all of that. So, getting past that, here is a fucking venture. I have a mining laser attached to it. I'm trying very hard to make everything as accurate as possible to Eve. This is a mining laser. The only thing is the mining laser in Eve tells me that it's like 3 meters long on its longest axis, and that's just a load of bullshit, because when you put it on this ship, it's definitely like 10 meters long, because that's how big that section is. The Venture is this big. It's like longer than a football field. It really doesn't look like it, but it is. It's crazy. So I'm going to show you the interiors of this ship, because this is like the one I've most recently done, and it's the coolest. Now, technically this is the drone bay, but that's too small for the actual drones to fit inside. So I have the drone bay here, or the big drone bay door, and you can get inside. And I'm going to turn this off, and you can see there's a drone bay. The interior of this ship is not done yet, so don't pay attention to that. Also, the interior of this ship is very open, and I'm not sure I like that. I would rather have it all closed and narrow, and maybe a few cargo holds would be nice, and, you know, the space would be good for that type of stuff, but I don't like how big this is. So, here's the drone bay, right? This is pretty cool. It can fit all of the drones up to medium scout drones. I do have medium scout drones available, so I have a lot of different size drones available. I have sentry drones, medium, small, and large scout drones, all created, and the Caldari Dragonfly, which is going to be remade. So all of those are available. The medium scout drones and the small scout drones will fit inside of here, which makes sense because the medium scout drones you can fit one of in a venture, and the small scout drones you can fit two of. So these are two drones. I believe this one is the Hobgoblin. Let me look. Nope, that's a Hammerhead. This is the Hobgoblin. So the Hobgoblin fits in here. In reality, you're only supposed to fit one medium scout drone, so, you know, if you want to roleplay that shit, you can. I'm going to turn on the gravity. There we go. But look how fucking big these drones are compared to this ship. Or compared to the player. They're just massive. This is like a truck. That's a fucking flying space truck. And this entire thing is like a flying space building. It's just ridiculous. And for your information, this drone bay does open up, just so that I could say that it's a door, but honestly, it really can't fit the drones that I have in here. So if you came in through the bottom cargo hold for some reason, you can walk up this walkway. There's no lights over here. Maybe I'll fix that. Maybe I won't. You can walk up here. And this is how you access the rest of the ship, really. This is all of the storage for the ore hold. And there's another one on the other side. Because the ore hold is in a container on the outside of the ship. Some people may not know that. It's not in the ship, it's on the outside. And there's all sorts of stuff. Here's like a power core type of thing, and, you know, some engine stuff, and shielding, and, you know, all that type of stuff. You go in here, and you hit this lift. I call it a lift because there's no real way to put a lift inside a spaceship. So you just turn off the gravity for a minute and float up. And you're on the bridge. This is the actual bridge of the ship. People may not know this either, but the bridge of the ship is up on top of the Venture, not on the bottom. I don't know if you could tell, simply because it doesn't look like there's glass on the top, but the top of the Venture, the bridge of the Venture is up here. Let's see if I can get up in this chair. I guess not. Maybe not. Okay, anyway. Like I said, this is all not finished, so a lot of this stuff looks kind of stupid to me, so I'll be fixing it, but oh well. So yeah, you have that. You have, you know, these kind of catwalky things. This ship, in my opinion, is way too open on the inside, but there's nothing I can really do about that because of the size of the drone hold. Drone bay, whatever. You may be wondering what this big black box is. That's where the capsule goes. I will show you that in a moment. If the ship is big enough, I will make it so that you can pilot a capsule into it and pilot the ship from the capsule area, which is really cool. So, here's another ore hold. That's pretty sweet. We're going to come down here, and I'm going to show you the mining station. This is mining control. This is where they actually would be operating the mining operations of the ship. So there's like a seat here and a control box, and this is where the mining operations happen from. Look how fucking big this thing is! Is that not the coolest shit ever? I know players that play EVE and have flown a Venture are going to find this interesting, because, like, look at this. This is so sick. It's just awesome. Imagine being at the control, at the head of this helm, you know, flying this thing around, shooting asteroids, mining the fuck out of stuff. It's just awesome. This is massive, and people don't realize it because of the scale that EVE plays at. This is the crew quarters. There's going to be 2 crew quarters for some reason. There's some sort of... Ooh, that's weird. It's like a graphical glitch. It's like letting me see through the wall. Okay. And here's another crew quarter. They're not furnished yet. So yeah, there's this huge hallway. I'm probably going to close this up a little bit or throw in some things. So, let's say that you... oh, what have I done? I've done something. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Let's get down here. And let's open up this door. And we're going to find the pod. I have the capsule inside of the ship. But let's say I'm in the pod right now, right? And I want to enter the ship. In EVE, all the ships are piloted by capsuleers, or at least the players are capsuleers, and they pilot the ship this way. So they get inside their pod, and then they control the ship with their mind inside the pod. There's the fucking pod. Van Helsing's pod. Fucking look at that shit. I'm going to delete this. and I'm going to get inside it, and I can undock this, and I can fly it out, right? But if I want to pilot the ship, like I said, this is a prototype version. This is not done yet. This is to be finished, but there's a build block here. This is where the actual ship core is going to be. And you just press R, and now I'm flying the ship, theoretically, from the ship core. And I can cycle through. I'm on the turret now. I don't like that because it messes up the turret. And now I'm actually in the real core, the actual ship core, because it's off to the side because I was building it. And it accelerates to the speed limit pretty fast, but there's not enough power, so that's annoying. Gotta fix that. It seems to be able to keep itself up, but it won't be able to power anything else. So that's pretty awesome. One last thing that I want to show you, and then I'm going to tell you my plans for this type of stuff, but look over here. I recently did a video where I was in a spaceship called a Thrasher, and I decided that was the next ship I was going to start building, so I started laying out, you know, the foundations for the ship. And look at it. Look how fucking big it is. It's magnificent. This is the length and size of the Thrasher so far. This is what I have. I think it's magnificent. I love how big these ships are. They're just great. I'm starting to get the detail work done, even though I shouldn't really be paying attention to that. Honestly, if you guys want me to do like build videos in Starmade, I'm totally willing to do that. I'm willing to do that with this ship or another ship that I'm starting soon. I'll show you how I go about making these ships and, you know, trying to replicate them, because I plan on doing this for as many ships as I can over the course of my time playing this game. So that's pretty cool. So one last thing I was going to do is, if you play EVE at all, you know that the ships have fittings. Basically, a ship has like slots where you can put modules in, and it's basically how you gear up your ship, as opposed to other MMOs where you gear up your character. So what I plan on doing is making those slots available on these ships, and then building a strip of like docked units that are all going to show you the design of all of the potential, you know, buildable and fittable modules. So things like shield hardeners and auxiliary cores and, I don't know, fucking weapon upgrades and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and make those, and it will be so that you can actually fit the ship out as it would be in EVE. You basically would just be rebuilding those objects inside of the ship, simply because I don't think it's necessary to make it a turret. That would waste space, and I can't do that inside ships. But I have to build more ships with more slots before I start doing that, so that I get an idea of how big those slots would have to be inside, so that they can fit all ships. So I think that'd be pretty cool, is so that you can, you know, actually add extra power cores to the ship, and it would be what you do in EVE. You fucking do that. You know, add a micro warp drive, and it basically add thruster power to your ship. So that's pretty cool. In the future, I will be releasing this in its own video and going over all the features. Look at that, the fucking turret is sideways now because I fucking jumped into it. That's so lame. The only way you can really do anything with turrets is if you do them manually, if they're mining turrets, so that's annoying. I hope they fix that. But anyway, that's all I had to show you. If there's anything you want me to do in this game, please tell me. I'm going to continue building the Thrasher, and, you know, that should be done pretty soon. It's a pretty simple design as opposed to the Venture, which was a pain in the ass. And frankly, is not satisfactory to me. I might be rebuilding that in the future, but for now, I'm gonna have to settle with that. So yeah, when I finish all these ships, they'll be available for download in their own videos. Keep a lookout for those. I don't know when that will be because it's taken me months just to get, you know, something like the Badger built. So yeah, keep a lookout for those. If you want me to do like a building video, I'm going to do something like that. It's going to be a little bit faster paced than most building or gameplay videos of this type. But yeah, that's what I have in store for this. So thanks for watching. Leave some feedback down below. Comment, rate, favorite, subscribe, all that good shit. And tell me what you think. I'll see you guys next time.